What's up, guys? This is Frank M Tech here, and I'm gonna give you a tour of my toolbox and my tool cart. Alright, guys, this is actually gonna be a video on my toolbox, my tool carts that I got here. My first tool cart is actually this one. I use this one a lot, and as you can see, it's all stained and dirty. Let me get a close-up so you guys can see. This stuff doesn't come off. All the brake clean and all the cleaners I did, it just doesn't come off. It's just dirty. This is actually just a tool cart that I do if I'm working on a car. Instead of having all my tools in my toolbox and walking back and forth, I get all my tools, put in my tool cart, and then take them to the car. Like if I'm gonna work on the motor tonight. So basically what I'm gonna end up doing is taking a couple of tools out of here, put in my tool cart, and then take it over there to the car. So basically what I got on my tool cart, as you guys can see, is I just got myself a pulley puller and installer. The one that I had before broke yesterday night, so I had to buy another one. So I ended up buying this set. Mako had it today on the tool truck, so I ended up buying that. He did have another one, but he didn't have that one on the truck today. And actually, this is actually his catalog that he gave to me. I need to put this away. I'll put it away a little bit later. But for right now, this is my little tool cart. This is what I use to put my tools and everything else. And here also I got magnets, magnet trays, and also some more magnet trays. I usually have a big magnet, which is still over there, with all my, how you can say, my parts off my wife's car, which I didn't even touch yet. This side I like to organize my bolts when I work on a car. I put my bolts organized so I know how to put everything back together and be organized when I do put everything back here and put it back on the car when I do work. For any reason there are bolts left over, I know where they came from because they're organized. Also over here, what I do is here, I usually put all my sockets here. Every socket that I use while I'm working on a car, I like to have them here. Put all my sockets here standing up so I can see them. Sometimes I put quarter, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. That's how I do it. 3 magnet tray that I want to get from Craftsman that I want to get. And also this is actually, you can say like a little tray for my, you can say some bullshit stuff that I always have. I just throw there at the end of the week. If I don't use none of this stuff, it goes to the garbage. If I feel like these bolts, I may end up keeping because these are hard to find bolts. Washers, I end up keeping the washers. Those are pretty sometimes hard to find. And like literally bolts, nuts and bolts and stuff I have. This cart does have a lid on it. I don't use it because I'm here by myself all the time. Yeah, and you guys know I got a lot of bungee cords and silicone and whatnot. I have that here. Bungee cords are here for, how you can say, as my third and fourth hand, you can almost say, helps me to hold up stuff if I have to hold it. All right, in this drawer, it looks like a little bit of a mess, but it's actually pretty organized mess. I got a compression test tool to do compression tests on the car. Got rags. I got a couple plastic pins. I got plastic scraper, inspection sticker, hood prop. What else? Nuts, bolts, plugs for cats, the O2 sensors, lug nuts, the little wrenches for the tool for the inner tie rod ends. I have plugs that I use when I smoke test a car or a vehicle. I get these plugs when I get like a junk motor or a regular motor that comes with plugged up, or even the radiator. Sometimes they come with plugs. I keep them all so I can use that to actually plug a hole while I'm smoking a car. If I have to smoke a car, like an intake or bigger holes, whatever I need to smoke, and I can plug it up. I got spare or extra different size diameter plugs so I can use for the intake. And I got actually a wrench set. It's SK wrench set, which is actually pretty good. I like this little wrench set. SK set wrench. I like to use it whenever I need it while I'm working with my tool cart. It's a little tiny spline set that I use. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually not 12 point, but it's spline. and it goes from 8mm all the way down to 19mm, and it's actually, you almost say, universal for Allen, Torx, and a bunch of other different sockets or bolt heads that I can use. So this is actually my tool cart. Let me see. Now I'll take it out for you guys, and now it won't go back in. See? Yeah. There you go. Boom. All right, now guys, let's move on to my toolbox. Actually, let's go to my scanner cart. This is actually a Harbor Freight cart. I bought it on sale. I think I paid about $160 for the whole cart. I put it together and I put it next to my toolbox, which is a Snap-on, and really doesn't make a difference. It doesn't look different. Can't even tell this is actually a Harbor Freight. So I yanked out the sticker, put my little sticker on here. I was thinking about putting a Snap-on sticker, but who cares, really? All right. So you guys know, I do have a Varus, not a Varus Pro, but a Varus is an old model, but I am updated to 16.4, which I'm updated up to date until now, until whenever they come out with more updates, which is going to be probably soon. And my other one that I use, my other scanner that I have, is actually a Macdo Tools Maximus 2.0. Great scanner. Love them both. Both have different features that I like about both of them. One does something that the other one doesn't do. The biggest difference between both of them is the scope. You can see on the top, you can scope sensors when you need to diagnostic. Almost dropped this bad boy. Basically, that is a scope, so I can diagnose sensors, which is great. I like doing it, and I do use the scope a lot, especially when I diagnose more than one problem, more than one sensors. I definitely do it. I know a lot of guys that have this scanner never use a scope. The tablet. So all you guys know, this tablet is work purposes. AD, all data, is actually connected to my all data system inside the shop or inside the office, and this actually goes to a whole bunch of stuff. What I like about this, you can do it wirelessly, and this is the dongle for that. It connects Bluetooth. Connect it, don't need no wires, boom boom, hook it up, and you can connect to it. You can do diagnostics over here, search for different stuff. Like, it's basically a whole, how you can say it, gives you diagrams, give you TDCs, it gives you some sensors, real life data, a bunch of different things, which I like because it's actually integrated with my all data in the office, which I don't need to go back and forth. This is mostly for diagnostic. I got an all data online for my manage, for like basically doing customers information, all that other stuff. That's something different. And I do have all data repair, and I have all data repair here. So they offered the tablet with the case and a whole bunch of other stuff for a couple bucks a month, which is not bad. After 2 years, the tablet is actually mine. With the Mac, another thing is actually a big thing between the Mac and the Snap-on. The Mac is connected also by Bluetooth. This one got the OBD2 connector. It's wirelessly, and I can connect the car to the scanner, and I can actually walk away from the car while I'm actually doing the diagnostics. And I got both station dock on here. yes guys, I do have a knife here. And this is actually something else, is actually with the launch. I kind of do, and I kind of don't like it. I just got to figure out how to use it, and once I figure out how to use it, I'll let you guys know. All right, the drawers. This big drawer, I got a bunch of stuff here. It's not in, how you could say, nothing major. Just right now it's junk stuff. I got my camera, my other camera here, my phone, my other phone I use to record also videos. Where else? Here, I just basically you can see my junk drawer for right now. This is a recent buy. I bought it probably like a month to 2 months ago, I think, or actually a little bit more than that. So I'm just trying to get everything organized and figure out what I'm gonna do here. I'll probably take all this stuff out, throw some stuff in the garbage that I don't need, and whatnot. All right, other drawer. The other drawer is actually dedicated for the launch. All the adapters that came with the launch, I left the foam that was inside the case, took it out, put it in the drawer, label all the the plugs, what they go for, and what they are, so I know once the scanner asks me what I need to use for the car, like a BMW 20, I know what it is. I know where it's at, and I know which one I need to grab. Let's move on to the next drawer. The next drawer is basically dedicated for the Snapon. It's dedicated for the Snapon, for the Snapon scanner. I got the wires for the Snapon scanner for the domestics. I got the European, and also for the scope. For you guys don't know, I use these colors a lot. Channel 1 and channel 2. I got 3, 4 over here also. I got the connectors to use. Let me get over here for the actual scope. If I need to clamp any wires and whatnot, I can do it. Yep, I can definitely do it. I can clamp onto any wires or whatnot when I'm doing diagnostics on a vehicle. This is my Snap-on dedicated wiring and scope basic drawer. The last drawer on my tool cart is right here. Basically, I have the Power Pro 4, a relay tester, my clamps for my little jump box. It's over there. Also my soldering kit, my soldering gun, you could say. Propane soldering kit. Another thing I do have here is multimeter. I have a couple multimeter, but this is actually a special multimeter for you guys that use or work on hybrid vehicles. You know what this is about. This is basically a multimeter for hybrid cars that I can go. I think this is range up to, I want to see 1,000 volts. I can't remember. This one is up to 1,000 volts or 600 volts. But that's what it's rated for, because hybrid systems are pretty high on the voltage on the hybrid side. So that's something I needed to buy. And talk about hybrid stuff. Let me move this real quick. Talk about the hybrid. Everybody knows if you work on hybrid, you need the gloves. If you guys work on hybrids, do not touch anything. When I say anything with the hybrid system without these gloves, do not touch anything without these gloves. So guys, if you work on hybrids, take some classes first and then start getting your tools ready. Well, basically get your tools so you know what tools you need to work on a hybrid car. So guys, the hybrid stuff is pretty dangerous. These gloves are rated for 1,000 volts. They're rated 1,000 volts. That's what they're rated for. 1,000 max use volts. 1,000 volts AC. All right. Hybrid stuff is nothing to play with. I don't like to play with it too much. If I have to, I'm equipped to do it, but I really don't like to mess around with the hybrid stuff if I have to. The box that I put it to the side, it's a OBD2 breakout box. For you guys that don't do what you call it, how you can say, communication between scanners, CAN bus, all that other stuff. If you're working on all that stuff and doing diagnostic for communication problems, buy yourself a damn breakout box. That's gonna help you out. All right, guys. This was a tour of my tool cart for my scanners and my tool cart over there. Now I'm gonna move into my toolbox. All right, guys. This is gonna be a toolbox tour, and just give you a tour of my toolbox. And this is actually a Snap-on Classic 78. Classic 78 Snap-on. My first Snap-on toolbox, and I still have it. I definitely grew out of it. I need to upgrade. I was looking at the Epic. I want to get me an Epic. I want to get the bigger Epic. But right now, that's way too expensive. So I'm going to hold off for a little bit more. Probably in like a year or two, I may end up stepping up my toolbox. But for right now, this is what I got, and that's what I'm going to work with. I do have a stainless steel top. Basically, I had this toolbox for maybe 13 and 14 years. I had this toolbox for, and it's been a long time. I keep everything clean, organized, as you guys can see. I got my hand cleaner, my tool cleaner, my Red Bull, my water, just like a little oil filter box with like just miscellaneous stuff. My torque wrenches, torque sticks, actually you can say torque sticks. My cologne, as you can say, my body spray. If I'm leaving out of here, I gotta go to my daughter's school. I have to go a store, or go out to eat with my family without taking a shower, which is kind of fucked up, but it happens. That's why I have my body spray, hand sanitizer, pens, my gloves, my jump box, and I usually put my phone right up top. So you guys are fanatic with Snap-on. I did get my hands on a key locker, and I put it up here. My radio. This is actually connected with how you can say Bluetooth to my phone if I want to listen to my phone, which I usually do. And these things. This is actually a memory saver. Hook it up to your jump box when you're changing the battery. Hook this up and you won't erase the memory. And I got my Audi here, and I got my Lamborghini. Is it Lamborghini or 350Z? Got one of those. My two little girls, they ended up painting it, so keep that. A couple other things. My girls, she gave me a picture of her corn. My middle child drew a corn. Beautiful corn. If I can eat it, I would. I tried to, but the ink didn't taste all that great. Alright guys, this is my toolbox. Let's get started with the first drawer. First drawer, as you guys can see, push it all the way out, is all my sockets. I got a whole bunch of different style sockets, different specialty sockets, different style, 12 points, 6 points, Torx, swivels, short, medium, quarter, half inch, everything's all here that I need. All my axle, 6 points, 12 points. All my axle nuts. And what I ended up doing, I got a tool guy that comes here. He told me about this tray. They're magnet. It actually sticks to the toolbox, the bottom of the toolbox. These will never fall down. I can tell you that right now. You know? Look. Well, see? It will never fall down. That tray, I think this little rack is one of the best racks that I bought. I'm going to buy another rack for you guys so you can understand, you can see, and I'm going to show you the part number and everything else. I bought it a while ago, and I can't remember the name or how much I paid for it. It was probably like 20 bucks, 40 bucks maybe. What I'm going to end up doing is getting another one, probably two more for my half inch, because I got the half inches. They're all the way back on my toolbox, and as you can see, I got to lean them forward so I can get them out. So what I'm going to end up doing is these little racks that I got underneath, what I can do is just lean them forward and pull them out. Jesus Christ, they don't want to come out. But yes, that's how strong this magnet is. This tray is one of this little rack that I bought. I got two of them for the half inch. One of the best investments I ever did with the racks. Like I said, once I get another set, I'm gonna put them up here, and I'll give you a tool. I'll give you the part number and how much I paid for it. All right, and now said with that little rack, I got a bunch of different sockets. I got Torx. I got 1/4 inch, 6 point, standard, standard 12 point. These basically for tap and die sets. You put your taps in here, and boom, boom, you can screw them. You can screw. My digital, I think it was Harbor Freight temperature gun. Got different more half inch sockets. My easy outs. You can say these are my to get lug nuts out. The locks. I got the tool for those. I got the sockets for those. Let me pull my toolbox out. My tool drawer out. I got the spline set sockets. I got 1/4 inch. I got the small, you could say Allen key wrenches. I got the standard and metric. Let me see if it focuses. Yeah, focus. It's not name brand. I think his gear wrench makes them. So I put them both on the racket, both on the rack. So I have all that stuff. I have my standard 12 point, 6 points, a whole bunch of mix. I got a whole bunch of quarters. I got all my swivels, big sockets that I may not use because I already got a whole big set over here. Torque, inverted torque sockets. I got my chrome swivels, my impact swivels, my Snap-on impacts, the deep sockets, my Craftman swivels, 1/4 inch sockets, my Torx. What I'm gonna end up doing with these Torx, I'll probably end up getting rid of them. These are actually some cheapy ones I bought from Home Depot. It worked out. It's been working out for so many years for me. I gotta say, how many years it had this? Probably 6 years. I got these Torx. I got these Torx and these Torx. I broke, as you can see, there's a bunch of them missing because I broke them, and that's what happens. And since they're like from not this one, where is it? This one. Since they're not warrantable in Home Depot, I can't see it. Why it won't focus? But anyway, you can see it's broken. They don't warranty like Snap-on, Craftman, Mac or Mac. They don't have that type of warranty, so I just been breaking them and whatever. I got miscellaneous sockets here, 1/4 inch swivel. Whatever I have not broken, I have them here. Like the Torx, special sockets. You older mechanics, you know what this is. I know what it is. I had it for so many years. That's how far back I go. If you did a lot of Ford ignition modules on the 89s and 90s, I think it was 90s, more in the 80s, like an 87 Ranger that I had, a bunch of other older. This is the tool you had to take off the bolts for the ignition modules. I still have this. Who makes this? To tell you the truth, let me see. Made in the USA, but I don't know who the hell I bought it from, but I bought it. I still have it, and I used to use that a lot. Now nobody had distributors anymore or control modules that probably fit that, but I still have it. And once in a blue moon, I do get older vehicles that I still use this. All right. Hammers. Got a Snap-on hammer. This is the, how many ounces is this? There's 24 ounces. Snap-on hammer. Beat the fuck out of this hammer. I love it. I'm thinking about upgrading it to a bigger hammer. Buddy of mine's had a bigger hammer, and I want to probably end up getting also a bigger one. Which, when I do suspension work, I beat the fuck out of everything with a hammer. And when I do, I broke this probably like 2 or 3 times, so they probably warranty like 4 times. I got Allen keys, standard, metric, even the big boys. I got my thin wall sockets for the aftermarket wheels. As you can see over there on this Cadillac, it's on aftermarket wheels, and I had to buy some thin walls. Thin walls that I had was crappy, so I actually bought a good set. And nothing specialty tools, like I was saying. These are to take lines, GMs. If you guys deal with a lot of GM trans lines, you get those little plastic tools. I'll show you right now, because I still have them. It's right over here. I don't know if you guys see them. They're hiding back over here. All right, so that's what the clips are for. And I still on my first drawer. I got also these torque splines. Got these. I got a whole set from Snap-on. Very expensive freaking sockets. I think everything from freaking Snap-on is expensive. And also these, the tamper-proof 5-point torque sockets. These are needed a lot. I started seeing them a lot in Mercedes, and where else I seen them? I think GMs, but mostly Mercedes I seen them on. All right, and then my O2, my pressure sensors, and oil pressure sensors socket set. It's not no name brand, so I got that. It's my, and this little box. For you guys that got toolboxes, which are deep, I don't know if you noticed, I have a bunch of oil filter boxes full of just like miscellaneous stuff, miscellaneous stuff that I like to keep in this drawer. Like HID bulbs, my old HID bulbs that I cut up and make them fit on my thing before they came out with the HID bulbs for all cars. And what else? Bunch of different stuff, extra sockets, oil pressure switch sockets, just like special sockets, spare sockets I have here. What I do is these little oil filter boxes. I cut the top off, I stick them in, have them a little bit more organized, and I have everything here, as you can see on the sides. Everything else is all out. Everything's all organized. For any reason that there is something missing, but if for any reason, look, if I go do work and I come back and I don't see this, I know there's something's missing. There's definitely something missing. So you guys, if this is the reason why I say keep your toolbox in order, organized, so you know where everything's at. Spark plug sockets. I got my 1/2 inch, my 3/8 chrome, 6 points, my my impact short sockets, my 1/4 inch, my Torx, my swivels, 1/4 inch swivels, and it just the way I organize it, I know where everything's at. Been in this toolbox for God knows since I bought this damn toolbox. I organize it. Next is all my damn wrenches. I got a whole bunch of wrenches and extensions and adapters. I got a whole slurry mix. This one, I'll tell you this, guys. This one. This is actually a Craftsman. This is my #1 wrench to go to. Bought it from Sears. Swivel head. I use it a lot. This is my #1. Let me see if you can see it. You can see it? Yeah, you go. Craftsman with a black handle. I paid probably $20 for this. I only had a warranty it 10 years. I had it only warranty twice. One of them because the handle broke because I was so pissed off. I hit a I hit something. So just put it like that. I hit something. So I broke the handle. We do get pissed off as mechanics, which we shouldn't. When you do get pissed off, guys, walk away. That's all you have to do. If you get pissed off, walk away, take a breather, take 5 minutes, and come back to it. As from experience, because shit doesn't go right when you're pissed off. You start breaking stuff, and you don't want that. Like I broke mine. It's not worth it. All right, guys. So yeah, this is my favorite wrench. Swivel head, locking handle, great. I use it for spark plugs. I use it for every single job that I do. That I need a wrench, ratchet wrench. Boom, I use it. I do got a backup. Let me just put this down. I do have a backup, which is a Matco. A backup. Probably used it. Tell you the truth, guys, I probably used this a few times in total. You could probably say maybe a month. All the days that I used it for so many, like 13, 17 years that I've been doing this, I probably used it a few times. Never broke it. Never used it. Got spare Craftsman wrenches. I got a thin, like how you can say it, like another black one. Snapon 1/4 inch, the long one, so you can use it as a 3/8 if you want to. That's what they built it for, and trust me, I am determined to see if this is snap on or snap off. I do put my tools through hell sometimes, but hey, that's what they made for. I got extensions. I got my 1/2 inch, my torque wrench, the Craftsman torque wrench. All right, guys, I got a problem with this torque wrench. Craftsman, third one that I get. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I know it's Craftsman. I usually like it. I had my old one, which is you twist. You had a little window. You can see the torques and everything. This, I got a digital one because, you know, digital. Why the hell not? It's $100. Well, I'm gonna pay for the damn $100 with my discount and everything else. Why not? It sucks, man. I thought I would be happy with this. My third one, the battery dies too quickly. The head, for some reason, it just I don't know. It just try to torque some stuff and it's not good. The head spins a lot. It doesn't lock itself. When you want to ratchet, it doesn't ratchet. It just spins back and forth sometimes, especially when you want to torque stuff. It doesn't do it. I have it. I want to trade it in. Probably talk to Sears, see what they can do for me, whatnot. And that's why I'm holding it up, holding here for right now. I do have another torque wrench. It's actually down there. I use it. Actually, let me pull it up for you guys so you can see this torque wrench. I have it down there because I can't fit it in my toolbox. Like I said, I'm growing out of my toolbox. Oh. There you go. Torque wrench. If you guys kind of older guys, or you guys trying to look at this, the older mechanics, you look at this whole thing like, it looks kind of familiar. It does. The same people that do the torque wrench for Snap-on, the older ones, these guys make them for them. And where is... Will it focus? Yes. That is part number, not sure, C3FR250F or the 198414. But this is actually a great torque wrench. The only thing I wish it was a little bit more longer. That's all. But I paid about what? How much did I pay for this? I think it was like $190 for this. So I couldn't go wrong. I use a torque wrench a lot, especially when I torque up wheels. I torque up wheels a lot. After the torque sticks, I check them. Wrench, the old school style. I don't know if you guys still see this. I still have this one. It's a 3/8 torque wrench I use a lot. I got a 1/4 inch down there. I got a 1/2 inch Craftsman. I like this torque wrench. This one works pretty good. I use this a lot, so I'm not gonna complain. This one works great. This one works great. I hate this one. That's all I gotta say. And I got this 1/4 inch extension, and you're trying to figure out, God damn, that's a long extension. Yes. Chrysler minivans, Dodge minivans with the trans lines on the sides. You had to go all to the bottom. Yeah, those are the extension that you may end up needing to get to clamps, so you can tighten them up, loosen them up. Yes, it's big and long. A lot of girls like that. So this actually work out great for hard to reach places, especially with the long torque wrench. Instead of putting like this one and this one, this one, and this one all together to make one of these. So basically that's it. A 1/2 inch. My 1/2 inch is actually a Snap-on, Craftsman. Everything else is a mix of Snap-on and Craftsmans. That's all I have here. I don't have a lot of different other brands. I don't got no Harbor Freight brands. I like Craftsman. When I first started to be a mechanic, Craftsman was my number one. I can tell you this right now, my number one tool to go to and buy. All right. Other drawer, as is my screwdriver drawer. A little bit somewhat messy up here, but I don't use too much of this stuff. The only thing I really use are my pry bars and my little picks and my little tiny screwdrivers. And yes, that's the tool that I lost this week. I know where it's at, so I just got to figure out when she's coming back so I can get it from under the hood. That one's been lost. Honest to truth, I don't think this got lost. I think this got stolen when I was working in another place years ago. This is my Mac tools, not Mac Go, Mac tools screwdriver set. Love this little set. I don't know about you guys. I have my screwdrivers that I use as chisels, but I have my screwdrivers that I use as screwdrivers. I do not use this as a pry bar. I don't use this to like bang on stuff. I don't use this with a hammer. I have screwdrivers for that, so that's what I use it for. Bunch of other different tools that I have, wrenches, my panels, my panel poppers, my little tiny screwdrivers. Got another panel popper I got for free because I found it in the car, so I warranted it. A little chisel. I use this with the hammer. Bunch of little screwdriver stuff. My picks, Matco picks, which is great. All right, nothing really too exciting there. Next one is my wrenches. Got all these wrenches. Believe it or not, I recently organized a whole bunch of this stuff because I got rid of all the stuff that I did not need it. These are mostly all Matco wrenches. For you guys that like Snap-on, I understand they're great tools, but you have to understand Matco make some more. Matco make good tools also. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they got a lot more better pricing than Snap-on. So this tool is basically, you can say, Matco. They got Matco written all over it. Matco wrenches, Macro wrenches, macro wrenches. These are some banging wrenches when they first came out. Woo! Some great wrenches. Right to the wrench, and you break it loose with this one, and take it off with this side, which are great, 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 great tools. Bought this so many years ago, it's not even funny. These are straight. These are angled. I bought this set. This set came free. I got the stubbies. Everything that I have here, they're all metric. I don't have no standard. Any standards are my bleeder screw wrenches, and some of these wrenches that I do have are standard. I don't have a lot of standard. I don't know why I don't have them. There's a few that I do have. There's a few that I don't, but I use a lot more metric than I do standard. So everything here is basically almost, I say from here up. These wrenches, this one, all these wrenches are all Matco. They're all Matco, and I have no complaints with them. I like them. Great. I should do a Matco Toolbox Tour. He came today, and I should have just did it. But yes, this is actually my wrench tour. Adjustable wrenches. I got some other wrenches, gear wrenches, my small wrenches, my battery right there. Wrenches. I got some miscellaneous, the stuff that I really use. All the other stuff that I had here, I just got rid of and put it underneath my toolbox in the box. Line wrenches, swivel. They're all gear wrenches. Swivel, Husky, as you guys know. Husky. And these are Cobalt from Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm not sure which one is it. Some guy had them. He came to the shop one day, had a whole set, and he sold it for me for what, $25 for this whole set right here. This whole set right here, $25. I couldn't go wrong. It was brand new, still in the box. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit under the weather today, so just bear with me. So this is actually my wrench drawer, and like I said, I like to keep everything organized. If something is missing, I know something is missing. So I'll go back to the card that I was working on and figure out where did I left it last, or where was it last. All right, my wrench drawer. This is my pliers drawer. I have all my pliers all organized. That's how I always have them. This is how I always have them. Anytime I take something out, I put it back. Some with rubber bands because they spring open. I don't need to spring open. I do got my Snap-on electric gun, screw gun, little impact. Also, just so you guys know, I keep the battery charging all the time. Back there, there's 1 and 2. I always have them charging. So yes, I do have the chargers. I got actually 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries in total for all these screw guns. If for any reason this gives out, I use this one. If I'm using this one and I use this on another job, I got 2 of those screw guns. Also, I got the impact, my hose clamp wire, all my needle nose, vice grips, metal cutting shears, dikes, wire crimpers, needle nose, channel locks, a bunch of my what the hell you call it, the yeah, ring pliers. I forgot what the hell they call them. I'm getting a brain fart right now, guys, so don't worry about them. You know what these pliers are for. Let me get them right quick. Beep beep, so you can take out those axle clips, the rings. My panel clips, my plastic panel clips, panel poppers, strippers, little tiny pliers. That's all that I use. I got a mix of everything. Vice grip, Home Depot stuff, Costco stuff, Lowe's, Mac, Snap-on, Matco, non-name brand or Harbor Freight stuff. They're all here. I don't prefer nothing as long as it does the job. It works. I have no problem with them. This is what I use. This is what I have, and I keep this organized. It drove me nuts when I didn't have this organized. I probably organized it like 4 years ago. Organized a little bit, and it stayed like that ever since. All right, next drawer. I know this drawer is not too organized, but guys, these are my electrical drawer, my diagnostic. Oh, I got a tiny scanner. I bought this years ago, and I still have it, and I still use it. I use this to check engine lights quick. I do it in and out real quick. This is the one I use real quick. Matco, as you can see, I do like Matco tools. I'm not gonna lie, I do use a lot. I got the power probe. I got my first power probe that I ever bought. I still got my second one. My third one is under here, and I gotta send all this one and that one out for repairs. So if you guys don't know, Power Probe, I love the company. I called them up and told them I have a problem. You know what they told me? Bring it over or send it over to us. If we can't fix it, you can buy another one from us. And I asked them how much it is for Power Probe from you guys. A rebuild one is 60 bucks. You can't go wrong with that. 60 bucks. The only thing you get is that Power Probe and a cable. That's it. No needle, no case, no nothing. So don't expect a whole bunch. 60 bucks is 60 bucks. Power Probe. Listen, I use my Power Probe a lot. I got one here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Power Probes. I use them all once. I use them all. Sometimes 2 at the same time, if not 3 in the same time, because I'm diagnosing something that I have to have power for 3 different things. Or recently, what I ended up using 2 Power Probes for what the hell you call it? Cadillac XLR convertible top. I had to figure out if it was the module or the pump, and I had to shut off some solenoids and turn on other ones. And I used 2 power probes to do that, to figure out it was just I needed a freaking program on the module. At least I knew the pump was working right. My Power Pro kit, it comes, I bought this a while ago. It comes with adapters, a bunch of different little adapters for your Power Pro 4, or actually, sorry, Power Pro 3. You can say electrical drawer. I have to organize it a little bit more better. Just recently, I was been diagnosing a lot of cars lately, and I just been throwing stuff in. I had this a lot more organized. It's driving me nuts every time I open it, and it's driving me nuts just looking through the freaking screen. Yes, people, I do have OCD, you could say. But yes, what I end up having is got a bunch of wires for diagnostic. If I have to work or diagnostic car from the battery down underneath the car, I have extension wires. I got bungee, like almost like a bungee type with the gator clamps. Electrical tape, more electrical tape, little boxes. These are actually weights, wheel weight boxes. I have plugs. I got connectors. I got a bunch of different things in these little boxes that I have to, for any reason there's broken wire, I have them here. I got the test light, my Craftsman test light. I'm telling you, this is one of the best little investment that I bought. When I first started doing diagnostic, I bought myself this Craftsman test light. I think I paid 20 bucks for this. What I'm gonna end up doing is buying me another one. I could have used 2 of these, so I'm gonna buy me another one. My spark plug tester. And talking about spark plug tester, underneath this is my injector pulse, check injector pulse. Here you go, to check the injector pulse. My dials, there you go. And I actually got the fiber optic cable. And you ask me, what is this for? So basically what it is for, you put this, just imagine you're in a car, you can't see the spark because you can't see over the hood or whatnot. You stick this in here, stick this end onto the windshield, and believe it or not, you'll see the light flashing right in here. And you don't need nobody to help you out to see. And I do work here alone, so I do use this a lot when I have to check it. Check any type of pulse. It works great. Soldering wire, spark plug tester, speaker wire. I don't know why I'm gonna get rid of that. Wires, just to what if I need wires to splice wires, make wires. Spark plug test, crank sensor. I see it in here. Honda's crank sensor. I got a bunch of stuff. This is my multimeter. Nothing fancy, straight up Mac. Something I need. A really multimeter that I use a lot is actually on the scanner itself. So the last drawer on this side is actually my air tools. Here, guys, if you're like a beginner, I just want to tell you guys, This drawer is one of my expensive drawers besides the socket drawer on top. Just really want to tell you, as you can see, air tools, they're very expensive. So I probably have maybe $2,000 in here, probably. Maybe a little bit over $2,000. Alright guys, basically so you guys know, I got a couple air guns. I got 3. I got a 4th one somewhere in here. Actually, there's a 4th one right underneath all this stuff. I got my angle grinder, 2 angle grinders. I actually built one between 2 different air grinder. I built this one, so it's my little other one. As you can know, Husky, $70. Can't go wrong. If you can get used to the metal body for getting cold on you, this is basically how you can say $70. My Snapon 3's impact wrench, air gun, impact one, great gun for doing suspension, brakes, and all this other stuff. I got my air hammer, my rivet gun, channel locks, cutoff wheel. I got my air ratchets. I got the Craftsman one. Paid about $110 for this one. I got my Snap-on one right somewhere there. You see it right there? I got my Snap-on one. I just got fixed. I got that fixed probably like 4 years ago, and I've been using this ever since. I got my 1/4 inch air ratchet. Damn, my tools are all over these parts. I got my air saw and my 1/4 inch air ratchet. I got 2 of those. Where's the other one? The other one is hitting under here. Is hitting right under here. Air ratchet, air saw, channel locks, my guns, air guns, my hybrid freight hammer, air ratchet, my other Husky gun. I barely use that one. It's pretty weak, so I don't use it anymore. What else? Air fittings. Anytime I used to work on different shops, I got all my air fittings, my cutoff wheels, grinding wheels, my medicines whenever I need them. I got my fittings. I got my bearing. I got my little 1/4 inch torque wrench. And actually, you guys can see, this is actually a tool. I don't know if you guys know about this one. Just a few people know. For the Buicks, GMCs, so you can pull the motor and get them on the dog bone. Push the motor in. Make sure it's on what it says. It says, yeah, here it goes. Caution, put car in neutral. If you're not, you break the parking clip that's inside the transmission. You will break it, and then you gotta rebuild the trans or fix whatever is broken. My 1/4 inch Matco air torque wrench, and Matco, you guys should buy this. This is actually for your fan clutches. You know how you use hands to open up your air, how you can call it, your fan clutches. This tool uses your air hammer to open up or loosens up your fan clutches. These are the wrenches for your fan clutches, and also this is actually a tool. Let me pull it out. It's really stuffed in there. This is actually the tool you put in your air hammer. You put inside your air hammer, put the little hook onto the thing. You can see I use this a lot. Put into the fan clutch, and then boom, knocks it and twists your wrench. Great tool to have if you do a lot of fan clutches. It helps a lot. It helps to know also if it spins clockwise or counterclockwise, the fan clutch, because if not, you'll be going crazy trying to take out that fan clutch if you're pulling it the wrong way. Yeah, so this is a little bit disorganized. I understand this. When I told you I'm basically outgrew my toolbox, I really can't really organize this drawer because I got so much stuff that I still use a lot and I use over, and I do have backups for backups and for backups. And that's the reason why I can't organize this until I get like a bigger toolbox. I may end up moving some of this stuff out the way so I can organize this toolbox or this drawer a little bit more. I'm not sure yet because I don't got nowhere to put these stuff yet. Alright, let's go back up. Second bank. Or you want to say the first bank, second bank, it's hard to say. whichever. It's pretty easy drawer. How you can say, my paperwork drawer. Weld. I like to weld too. I got a bunch of stuff. I use the mirrors to weld, also to look at things. I got my paperwork, my receipts, my Sawzall bits, my lapping tools, business cards, all this other stuff. There's like a cheesy drawer, my feeler gauges, a bunch of different things. So that's what I have here in this drawer. All right, the following drawer is basically, like you could say, my chisel, steering wheel, clutch, bunch of mixed stuff together. I do have my gloves. Yes, guys, I do have a lot of Matco stuff. The reason why, they're a lot more cheaper. They do work better than Snap-on tools. I do have a lot of Snap-on tools also, but since every time I work somewhere, the Snap-on guy for some reason disappeared for a couple months and he doesn't come. Here, when I first started opening up my shop, the first year I was here, I had no Snap-on guy, no Matco guy, which kind of sucked. I actually called the Matco guy, and they found a route for this guy, so they found me a guy. My Snap-on guy is not 100%. I don't like the way he deals with me. It's just a bunch of stuff with the Snap-on guy I just don't like. It's a new guy. I don't like him. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If I'm doing business with you and your attitude is like shitty with me, I ain't gonna buy shit from you. Matco guy, I can't go wrong with him. He's a great stand-up guy. Anything I have, if I order something, he gets it like following day, the following week, whenever he can get it as soon as possible. He always works with me. He gets me the tools that I need. He gives me good prices. And I cannot go wrong with a person like that. I like to deal with people that's up front with me and they can work with me. I help him out, he helps me out, and I ain't gonna lie. That's the type of people I like to do business with. I am a business person, or a businessman, you could say. I own my own shop and everything else, but in the same time, I like to deal with people that will help me out. Anybody that helps me out, I'm going to help you guys out. And for anybody that I'll help you guys out. Here it goes. Anybody I can help you guys out, I'll try to help you guys out when doing these videos. Anything that I can help you guys, or any questions you guys got, don't forget to leave in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe also. For you guys that always leave questions and whatnot, I try to get back to you as soon as possible, and as soon as I see them, I try to answer all your questions. I try to help a lot of people out. That's why I'm did this YouTube channel, so I can help you guys out there to help out. So that's why if you see a lot of Michael stuff, I buy a lot from him, because he actually works out. Any shop that I was at, any Matco guy, a lot of people say, oh, whatever, Matco's bullshit, they're not good tools. Tools are tools. I don't give a fuck. If it was a Craftsman truck that comes by and he's working out and he works great with me, and we work great together, shit, I have this whole toolbox full of Craftsman shit. I'm not gonna lie. If I can have a right salesman, you're gonna sell me a lot of stuff, because we both can work together. Plain and simple. So if you guys see a lot of Matco stuff, it's because they got good prices and I work great with them. All right. Back into the Toolbox Tour. Easy outs. Let me put up both of these kits. Bought this kit a while ago. I think it was like a deal. Buy one and get the half off on the other one, or vice versa. I can't remember how this worked, but I got them both at the same time. I know this one looks a little bit more cleaner because I barely use this one in a whole bunch. I use this more than this one. And definitely I do use this one. I actually use it this weekend. All right, these are extractors. Extract bolts out. It goes from 1/8 inch. It says it right in the front. It goes to I just saw it, and then it goes, here it goes. It goes all the way to, and this phone will freaking, there you go. It goes size 1/8 through 7/8 inches, and that's what works. And I can tell you this kit definitely gets me out of a lot of jams. If you can notice, 1, 2, 3, it was 4. you can see them that I do heat stuff up to try to get them out sometimes. Yes, it happens, but I do use. I just bought this last week, so he just warranted it today. And that's what I'm talking about. Fast service. Next one I use a lot, and I cannot complain with this one. It's like a Craftsman one, but this is actually a Mako one. This is our, like you could say, easy outs. They work great. They do work great. Anytime they worn out, I talk to my Mako guy. He replaces them for me. He replaced a couple of them for me already, and I use this a lot. As you saw in my last video, which you guys should actually check out, is the Honda, installing the Honda exhaust. I do use this a whole bunch to take out broken seize bolts, broken how you can say, rounded off nuts, bolts, anything you can think of. I try to use this most possible. This is the biggest one. I barely use this one, but I definitely use this one. And I think this one goes to a quarter all the way to 3/8, 8 millimeters all the way down to 19 millimeter. So this is actually one of the kit. If you live here in East Coast, got a lot of rusty bolts, yes, I do use this a lot. And boom, boom, my infamous power steering kit that I broke last night is here. I'm going to hold on to it anyway because I can still install pulleys with this. As you guys can see, this is a Leslie 38850 pulley puller. This piece broke on mine. I got all these other adapters that are still great. I can use them to pull in the bolt, so I'm going to hold on to that kit still. I got a bunch of different kits. This is actually a puller for pulleys. If you're doing Chryslers, Chevys, Cadillacs, all these crank pulleys, you can use this to pull all those crank pulleys out. That's actually to press them out. I don't have the tool to press them in. That's one thing I should get. I never got that, but I always have that. Got different old school pulleys, chisels, little hose clamps I use if you're gonna instead of putting vice grips on hose, brake hose when you're doing brake jobs or calipers, you can use this. I think I paid what, 12 to 15 bucks for like a set of two of these. I had let somebody borrow one. As you can see, I only have 3. I'm missing 1, and you let some people borrow it, they never bring them back or they break it, which kind of sucks. And yeah, put this back and organize a little bit. These, all right guys, if you do timing belts a lot, go to Home Depot. They're probably like what, $1 for these little clamps. When you put it around the timing gear, the timing belt around the timing gear, use this. This won't eat up your timing belt, won't mark it, nothing. Put it on timing gear, basically like so, and it holds on to the timing belt instead of putting vice grips or anything else on it. I got 4 of them. I think I have 6 of them in there. If you got dual overhead cams, put 1 each cam if you can do it. There are tools so you can hold all that stuff, but I like to use that. $1 Home Depot. I bought these little clamps from Home Depot. You can't go wrong with those. I use it a lot when I do time belts. That's actually my little, how you can say, my little hands when I need a hand. As you can say, I forgot my other, and a bunch of clutch tools, aligning tools, my pullers for my steering wheel. This drawer, my goal for next 2 months, I'm gonna invest in one of my steering wheel pulley puller, and get rid of all this stuff and get a whole new thing. Just eliminate all this stuff that I don't need. This, like I said, all you guys, I've been doing this for 17 years. You guys that do older mechanics, you do telescopic steering wheels and all the other stuff, tilting steering wheels and all this other stuff. These are a tool to take out a ring for the steering wheel. And I used to use this a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, I probably used it every other day. I used to use this stuff doing airbags and other steering, a bunch of stuff. I used to use it a lot, mostly for that. And it's actually been sitting here for a good couple years and I haven't touched that. Probably used it. God knows. I don't even know when is the last time I actually used it. So it's basically that. I got my U joint in how you can say remover. Yes, guys, it is a Mako. It's a PUJ189. It's a U joint. When you're doing U joints, you basically put it on the actual U joint itself. This is like a little aligning tool. You can put it around and aligns it. You hit it with your air hammer. It's supposed to push it down and pull out the actual cap for the U joint. It kind of works great. You just got to be careful how you use it. I did break this once already, so just be careful, guys, and always use safety glasses. As you can see, my safety glasses are always on because these are my glasses. These are special glass. If for any reason they hit, they won't shatter. They'll probably crack or scratch. And one of these little areas, I don't know if you guys can see, is actually cracked. I need to get me new ones. So always wear safety glasses, guys. Don't be an idiot. Your eyes are very important, so always take care of them. All right. That being said, this is basically my little, how you can say, my puller drawer, my chisel drawer, even for my air hammers, all my air hammers. No, that's not it. My air hammer chisels, they're all here. And yes, these are actually Snap-on, guys, not Mako. But yes, I got Snap-on air hammer chisels. And I got a bunch of different chisels, pullers, and whatnot. They're all in here. Extractors. That's all my little tiny drawer. Which one of these days I'm gonna end up making some money and just get a puller and just eliminate all the stuff that I don't need and throw them. These are all bolts for different style holes. All right. This is, you can say, my how you can say this, I don't know. I got drill bits, different sockets, different bits. I got a bunch of different stuff in here. I got Snap-on lights. I got pipe cutters. I got 1, 2, 3 pipe cutters. I got Teflon tape, little rivets, but I got a whole bunch more over there. I got stones. I got stuff for bunch of other different stuff. Harbor Freight universal bits, which is are great. I got a bunch of drill bits. These are actually to fix threads on O2 and oxygen sensors, because I do rethread sometimes. Spark plugs, holes for cars, for Hondas, for Fords. If you guys know about Fords, the 5.4, I do have a tool right down here to rethreads. Put new threads inside the Ford heads. Cost me a lot of money. I probably used it so far twice. Pays. It was expensive, but it pays to have it when you need it. Years ago, I used to do this a lot. I never had that tool, but I ended up buying it for like $4 and some change. I probably do back then, probably I want to say like 6 years ago. I used to do those spark plugs like what, 2 a day for a week, and I bought it. Can't go wrong with it. So I got drill bits. I got the Walt drill bits. I got rigid drill bits. I like these rigid. I got reversible drill bits. I got a bunch of different. I got these bits. Yes, Mako, but still, these bits are good. Oh, bits. When I look at these bits, you know who I think of when I look at these bits? Nestor from OC Mechanical OC. These are the bits that Nestor needed to port his heads. That's all I gotta say. Nestor, get yourself some good bits. Leave the Harbor Freight stuff alone. I love your videos, Nestor, but goddamn, get yourself some good bits. All right, these are the bits that actually you can port out and do a bunch of different stuff with these bits. I got for aluminum and steel. I think these are for aluminum. I think this is for steel. And I can't remember which else. But yes, there's some that are broken. This one is actually broken. I got to check this out. But anyway, yes. You can polish with other ones. I don't polish. You don't polish with these. You got the stones to polish. These are tweezers. People think these are really tweezers, but these are actually sanding. Anytime you guys in the East Coast over here, what we get a lot is rust. Even in the better cable terminals, these are actual files. They look like tweezers. What you do is you actually get the mail in, and you just boop 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 boop, and then you clean up the mail. East Coast. All right. Next thing. What else I got here? I got a bunch of bits, easy outs. I got the Craftsman easy outs, stud removers. I got 2 sets of stud removers, AST and of course Mako ones. I rather use these because these are warrantyable ones, so I use these a lot. So these are stud removers. You put the stud in there, you twist, these lock onto the stud and it takes them off. I use this a lot when I take off exhaust manifold studs or any type of studs when you're doing head gaskets or whatnot. Alright. Allen keys. I do have Craftsman Allen keys, different Allen keys, but I really don't use them because I got all my sockets here. I use them when I need them. It's like my backup. Drill bits, a whole bunch of different stuff that I got here. Stones, a bunch of different stones. That's basically what I got. I got a little tiny tap and die set underneath the Craftsman one. Another thing for the air tools, I like to use this one. This is actually Teflon paste. Let me see if it focus. There you go, Teflon paste, thread sealer. Plumbers use this for gas and water and a bunch of other stuff. So I use this also for my air guns instead of using a tape. A lot of people like to use tape. No problem using the tape. I have tape here. I still use the tape. I like to use this because for any reason the tape doesn't break up and goes into your air gun and fucks up your air gun. It doesn't, or sometimes it does. It happened to me once. Since then I started using the paste, but I still use the tape, but I use it carefully. Just be careful. All right, last drawer. And then we're almost done. My last drawer. All right, let me pull this out. Smart Fit. This is basically like a universal kit. Another thing, also Nestor from the OC Mechanic. He recommended to have this. I was really doubting to get this for so long when it first came out. I didn't want to get it because I was afraid that this is gonna push out when you're putting pressure onto it. Believe it or not, I used it myself. A great tool. This is actually a great tool when you have the adapters to use like a pressure tester and have all the bits and everything. This is a great tool. All right. With this tool, I have my vacuum bleeder for the cooling system. Let me pull this out for you. Vacuum bleeder. Great tool. Great tool if you're doing a lot of cooling system. Instead of having a car running outside to bleed the system, you can bleed the system with this and take all the air out of the system, and you can just pump the coolant right back in after you put it into a vacuum. Great tool. But yes, there is a but in there. Be careful how you use this. If you use it, just be careful how much vacuum you put into a vehicle. Some cars you have to be careful. If you feel like it's an older vehicle that doesn't have a strong head gasket, don't go too crazy and on putting in way too much vacuum, because what happens, and I've seen it and it happened to me once, you can blow a head gasket with this. Because if it's a weak head gasket and you blow with this, how you going to tell the customer after you just finished doing a thermostat you just blew a head gasket? It's a pain in the ass to do. Yes, I know. But it did happen to me once. So since then, I'm actually a little bit more careful with this, but I still use it regardless because this is actually a great tool. I don't need to worry about any air bubbles because this is get rid of all the air bubbles. If you do it right, all air bubbles, and it takes probably what, the most 10 minutes. That's actually exaggerating. They're probably doing like in 5, depending how big is the system. Hondas, they'll probably do it like in 5 minutes. You can suck all the air out and then put it in with the cooling system. And then with all the adapters, I'll tell you this, the Smart Fit, that helps out with this a lot. Even when you got those cooling bottles on like Audis and stuff like that, because I don't have all the tips and adapters for it. And I'm trying to fit all this stuff, a bunch of stuff. As you can see, I got safety glasses, hand pump, more gloves, You guys can see coils. I got backup coils for everything. Test coils. I have a bag of coils. I gotta figure out where I put them, but I got a whole bunch of bag of coils for different vehicles so I can have test thing. Another one. It is a coolant pump. This is actually Snapon, not Mako. So all you Snapon guys are like, oh my ass, probably all your Mako tools. You probably love Mako tools. I love all tools. I don't give a shit what it is or what price. Pump. These are pumps to pressurize the cooling system. Great. I had this for so many years. Come with these 3 adapters for like the Hondas, the other like Mazdas and other stuff like that, Nissans. It pumps. It works great. The only thing I had to do was, where is it? Over here. I had to put a clamp. As you can see over here, it was actually leaking from there. So that's the only thing. So yeah, these 2 I work a lot with together. If I do cooling system, if I refilled it, it's actually my brake. How you say, brake caliper tool for the rear brakes to push in the calipers. My fuel connector set. And my fuel pressure, my fuel pressure test. I would like to show it to you, but it's garbage right now. I'm gonna take a couple things out and I'm gonna chuck it. I bought myself another one. Because I had somebody here with me working. I had an employee here working with me. He used it. Never told me that he broke off some of the fittings and some of the bits off the actual fitting. So I got stuck buying me another one because I had to do a pressure test on the vehicle and I couldn't do it, so I had to buy another one. Oh, and also brake tool. Let me stand up for you guys. Brake tools. If you guys do a lot of brake lines, fixing, replacing, all that other stuff, this is actually one of the tools that actually does it. It's great to have. You can do both bubble and regular double flares. It does everything. It's great. It tells you how to use it. You can use from 3/16 all the way to 1/2 inch lines. You can always bubble flare and all that stuff. I kind of use this also. Let's say transmission line breaks, probably like 1 inch, 2 inches long. It breaks. You want to cut it and put a transmission hose on it. What I do, I use this to make a little bit of a bubble. So when I put the hose on and put the clamp, the bubble holds the clamp in place, and that's what I use this a lot also with for. And one tool is actually great to have. Yep, this is actually my toolbox. So you guys know, there's a little Toolbox Tour. And just to give you a heads up, I do have a lot more stuff. I got my brake bleeders. I got my brake filler. I got a bunch of different stuff on my shelves. As you guys can see, I got my light, my Snap-on light. My Blue Point actually is a Blue Point light. You guys should invest into one of these. I know it's expensive, $110 for one of these lights. I had a 1.3. Like I said, you have people working for you just don't care about stuff, and they break and they don't tell you about it, and they say, oh, it was just like that. It never been like that. But anyway, this is my last one that I bought. I'm gonna buy me another one in the future. Works great. Strong magnet. Just be careful. Just word on the vise. If your fingers are there and this thing goes, it will pinch your finger. It will definitely hurt. It's a great little light, and it works thick, everything. Just remember, buy something really bright, because you will leave this under a hood, under a wheel well, stuck to a suspension. It happens a lot. Scanners and more tools. My smoke machines, my tool that I was talking to you about to do threading, my fuel pressure. I got more stuff up here. My ball joint press, my Dremel, my fuel pressure, oil pressure, I think it was, my TPMS scanner to reprogram TPMSs. I got a bunch of stuff all over the place. This is my to fix flats. I got a bunch of stuff everywhere. And also a little tiny toolbox over there is tucked over all that stuff on top underneath the whole thing. More tools over there. It's toolbox over there is just like basically miscellaneous stuff that I don't have. And I don't need in my toolbox itself. I take it out, put it over there, and paperwork that I don't need, I have it over there. That's what basically my toolbox tour. Hope you guys like the toolbox tour. I went through a lot of stuff. I know it might be a little bit long, but it's basically my toolbox. This is what I work out of. This is what I do. This is my life. I work here. I was planning to work on a Cadillac tonight, but I'm gonna make this video for you guys. Tomorrow, I guess I'm gonna be pounding on that Cadillac all day so I can get that motor out and hopefully get the new Jasper motor in. My goal for this week is that motor to be done and ready and running. That's all my goal is for this week, and I think I can do it. I know I can do it. I can definitely know. I know I can do it. I know my hands are a little bit dirty. I don't like it too much, but showing you all my tools. Tools are not clean. I try to keep them as clean as possible. I do got rags, so. Yes, I'm a little bit sick. I don't know if you can hear me. My nose is all stuffy. Trying to get over with this. It just started happening today. I'm starting to get sick. Hope I don't get sick too bad. And we'll see how that works out. And guys, hope you like the toolbox tour. Don't forget, leave a comment if you want to see it. How you can say a specific tool. You want me to explain a specific tool, show you a specific tool. Ask me about the scanners because one of these videos I'm gonna probably do this week or next week. I'm gonna do something just on the scanners itself, what they do, what each and every which I like about all of them, and everything else for you guys. Actually, this video I wanted to do last week. I couldn't do it last week. I wanted to do it beginning of this week. I just couldn't do it in the beginning of this week. So this video is actually what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna dedicate this video to one of my subscribers. I think is David Hotz, I think it was. He said definitely make your toolbox tour video. This is for you. And don't forget, guys, comment, share, like the video, and don't forget, more videos coming soon. If for anything else, go back to my channel, look about other stuff, and peace out, guys.